say, Papa. I wanna you can hear me say, oh, get things we wanna say inside this land. So people won't die for before you understand. We all got children going to school. Market woman is selling their goods. Yeah. Let it be great. No noise. I never seen no peaceful protest in this land before. Even my papa and my old man I tell me it never been before. To all the leaders in this land, take your problem and talk it like men. Going up from heaven to make you understand. Because Baratana, no school. Baratana, no work, nothing to do. Baratana, GS company rapping it. Investors they say they rapping it. And people they get something they call experience. Let's keep this alive. Keep this little piece alive. Yeah. Let's keep this piece alive. Keep this little piece alive. Oh yeah, Papa. I wanna you can hear me say, oh, Papa. I wanna you can hear me say. All kind of people talking, say they country bread new. I pray the people to fire the people with turn on elect new. We all are trying to move ahead. Some people say we might not get there because confusion can butter their bread. If I go tell myself, jump inside the street, anything happen to me, my family will grieve. If I go tell myself, jump inside the street, something happen to me, you and your family will grieve. Because Baratana, no peace. Baratana, no ma, everything free. Baratana, with me and looting with beer, killing and shooting with beer too. Let us learn from the past. Oh, let's keep this alive. Keep this little piece alive. Yeah. Let's keep this piece alive. Keep this little piece alive. Papa, okay. I wanna you can hear me say, Papa, I wanna you can hear me say,
Knocking the door for peace, don't even stop me. Stop you, I tied up a wall, let them invite peace. No fighting, no undermining. Keeping the peace in a nice surrounding. No, don't like to hear what people say they want to demonstrate. But not got no money, they won't get feed the benefit. You see the people suffering, tell me now what is the benefit. So my people say no to violence, demonstration, all nothing, and I could our motherland. That you walk. One day we gonna prosper, keeping the peace in the city and every villages. Nobody, man, I can't tell you something negative. But education, qualification, we can work together using multiplication. Okay, united we stand, no more division. That whole hands together to save the motherland.
That's keep this peace alive. Keep this little piece alive. Yeah. Let's keep this peace alive. Keep this little piece alive. Oh yeah, Papa, I wanna you can hear me say, oh, Papa, I wanna you can hear me say, oh, Papa, I wanna you can hear me say, oh, Papa, I wanna you can hear me say, oh, Papa, I wanna you can hear me say, oh, Papa, I wanna you can hear me say, oh.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Lieutenant Commander Glapohkpa Chesson Talk Show. I'm sorry on Saturday I did not come on. I had to cancel my show. I got mixed up between StreamYard and Melon, and for some reason, I couldn't get it right. So I had to cancel my show because of that mix up. But I got it right this morning and I'm back on. I'm thankful to God that everything went on smooth. To you all who missed my show on Saturday, I just say sorry. Keep the faith. Just keep moving on. Well, we woke up this morning, the news that right now it's 44 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island. A little chilly. But the high today is looking kind of good in the 56, mid 50s. But there's sad news also, a lot of rain. There's going to be rain today. So it's going to start sometime this morning and going to go on through the day. So take your umbrella with you, put on your raincoat, your boots, the rain boots, whatever you got to do to stay dry and warm. And have a good day. Okay? Celtics and the Bucks continue the struggle for the championship tomorrow. So check it out. It might be an exciting game to watch. Definitely. I think what it's supposed to be now, 2-2 each team. Don't get me right. Don't quote me. I haven't been keeping up with the basketball playoffs. I just saw it briefly on the news this morning. Just want to inform you that the game is tomorrow. So take heed and govern yourselves. Don't pay attention to me. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Okay, let's move on now. We also know that in my poor country, Liberia, nothing seems to be what it is. So let my topics come around. Let me tell you what my topics for the day are, so we can be on the right sheet of music, stay on course, as always. Yeah. Okay? I feel good being back since I wasn't on Saturday, you know. I had the opportunity to put my things to get my thoughts together and get my classes right. Today's topics are: 1, where are law and order? Sorry, I got where is. That's the problem with us Liberian people. We're always getting our A's and R's wrong. So please forgive me. Let me correct that. Where are law and order? Where are law and order in Liberia under George Weah's regime? 2, collaborating political parties. Saga continues. Former VP Joseph Boakai subpoenaed. Liberty Party in court. And 3, Buduburam refugee camp Liberian community in Ghana. So let me take my coffee break as usual. Play some little music for you, here and there. And we get back from our show soon. Okay? in Liberia under George Weah's regime. Where every morning we wake up, there's some cry for justice, for law and order. Every day, man, this thing can't just be going on every day. If it's not because of somebody dying, it's because of the marketeers. If it's not because of the marketeers, it's because of some dysfunctional BS going on in Liberia every day. So this morning we wake up to the new thing. First of all, there's no law and order. Everybody's crying, crying, crying. When you wake up and you think you coming to hear something good about Liberia, the undertone is always something about corruption or stealing. This morning we get up with the marketeers complaining that they moved them from Painesville to Omega Market, and the people still at Painesville conducting business when they're supposed to have closed all the businesses, all the marketeers down there, and send everybody to Omega. Now, people still going to Painesville Market. The police not stopping them. The people at Omega Market not making any profit because nobody going there to buy. It's out of the way. So everybody coming to Painesville still. And that problem has not been resolved. So we woke up this morning to our people at the Painesville Market having a little confusion again, as usual. So let's take a few minutes. I don't know what I did. Where do that part of the video? Hold on. Oh yeah, the video. I got it. Let's take a few minutes and check them out and see where their confusion is all about and what we can get out of it. Okay. So this is it. Forgive my ways, Lord, whatever I do.
Say something. Wait a minute. One, ran that market.
When you say incorporation, is it something that they are accepting?
Yes, because the reason is all of the marketplaces are coming to live here. The poultry market, the new railing, the local feed, the piano, and water feed. Police people are there every day on a daily basis, and they go and I move. So it means that they accepting the people there. So now we are facility in Omega. Everybody give them money and they are making it happen. We take the people in the deck, put it on the road, where it is.
Is that who? Elevate?
So the money, give the money to them. By the government rules to go to Omega to sell, so they want us to come back to Red Line to defend the government.
So prior to the incident today, were there any transaction they be posted that people will come here?
Give the money to our business, we have fire. We have fire all of the tables. Give it some to our faith. Security
So that's one of the problems we woke up to this morning. The marketeers at the Omega market got there this morning and their stalls and tables were on fire. Why? They don't know. But they're claiming that they were situated in the building where they were supposed to be. But when they got there, all the things were outside on fire. So they're going to complain. They want justice. Because they don't want to go to the Omega market, to the Queensway market, where the police are, because the police cannot be trusted. So they feel the military is more trustworthy than the police. And the police so corrupt that going for them leaving Omega market and going back to the Queensway market is not in their best interest. So if government going to enforce the rules that they put on the book, they need to enforce it. If they need everybody, the marketeers, to go to Omega market, then everybody need to go there. They need to shut down the Queensway market completely and have nobody selling there. But we have to resolve these issues. This issue been going on for what, 3-4 months now? It's insanity. It's insanity. There's one group being complaining. What's wrong with our government? This is the first step in seeing that there's a failure in communication, there's a failure in law and order, there's a failure in discipline of our forces, the armed forces and the military and police. Something is wrong in our country. There's one issue with the Omega and Queensway market cannot be going on persistently, consistently for 3 months, 4 months. People complaining, people demonstrating, people crying, their goods being destroyed by rain, by water. This thing can't go on. These people have to make a living. They are poor. They don't have any means of survival. Their little means of survival being destroyed by the government because of indecision, because of inactivities of the police, because of corruption, because of negativities. This thing cannot continue to go on. What simple issue like the marketeers, they gotta start striking again and yelling, we want justice, justice, justice. They say the Liberian Marketing Association has a problem. They're overcharging them. The money they're charging them, these people cannot afford it. And they want them to pay before they can sell. And these people, some of them that's their basic means of survival. The government needs to regulate these things. If the marketing association is not meeting up the demands of the people that they're serving, there's a problem. The government, was that commerce? I don't know which ministry is in charge of the marketing association. I think that commerce. They better get involved and send regulators to those places to ensure that the public is being served, to ensure that there's organization, there's leadership, there's direction in the marketing association. Something is wrong, and every aspect of leadership in our society has failed. Every aspect has failed. George Weah, the marketing association, the churches, the schools, every leadership aspect in our country has failed. And this is not normal. This is abnormal. This is abnormal. Something is wrong with our society. The leadership is bringing the whole country down to nonsensical nonsense. And it has to and must cease and desist effective immediately. If the leadership is bad and the country is failing as it is, something has to be done. This is a democracy. The people are responsible to respond to the wrongs of the government. And we cannot continue to sit down and be afraid of the tear gas and all these negative things. We must stand up or our country will die. There's no go coming about it. And if George Weah keeps attacking the citizens because he's failing, and we won't let him know that he's failing and let the world know that this man is no damn good, and he keeps attacking us, then whatever happens to his leadership is on him. But you cannot keep a hungry man down. You cannot keep frustrating a frustrated man. Enough is enough. And the time of the people is now. We got to change this. We can't go on like this. This is not in the best interest of the Liberian people. With the corrupt leadership that is so inept and incompetent, it begs for the lives of my people. Because even if these people want to do the right thing, they don't have the ability to think or conceive any ideals to do the right thing. They can't. Because they have not reached the level of intellectual reasoning, thinking, debating, understanding. And that's a problem. That's why our country keeps going down, down, down. Then they add George Weah in Paris or one of the French country. He's telling the people in the newspaper that Ellen Johnson said him left him with 53 Liberian dollars. You know, all this kind of thing that people say, oh, the man can't speak. Is that our problem? The Liberian people elected this man. He's incompetent. He won't be president. He can't speak. And he knows he's weak. And he won't run for re-election. And who's going to suffer? Are we going to continue to suffer because of the failures of our leaders? This can't be no real love. This is monkey love. Liberian people got for our leaders. That monkey love. It can't be real love. The people not doing the right thing, you say you love them? How you love people not doing the right thing? And the more you try to rectify their mistakes, the more they make mistakes. You rectify one error, they go in another era and mess it up. Something is wrong. The incompetence is just too terrible for us to help these people. It's too terrible. Everything they conceive about is stealing and cutting short ways and finding means to enrich themselves against the Liberian people. Everything that has corruption in it and stealing in it cannot be good for the Liberian people. And this is mediocrity. This is the failure of intellectualism. Everything is just stealing and greed and for myself. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Liberian people, we must stand up for what we believe in. Where are law and order in Liberia under George Weah's regime? What law and order? What is it? What is it? I mean, it's so bad that even the opposition parties cannot come to no understanding among themselves. They themselves having issues with law and order. Serious issues, because our society is corrupt. Not only George Weah is just a manifestation of the overall product of the Liberian society. But our society is corrupt. And while our society is corrupt, we will always face problems. We will always confront corrupt leaders. We will always have obstacles to our progress and advancement. Because our society is corrupt. Because we're corrupt, look at all the leaders we've got now. Nothing but corrupt leaders. Prince Johnson, George Bulley, Connie Sherman, all of them corrupt people. Many of the women that in our legislature can't even read. We got nothing but ignoramuses. Of all the intellectual women we got in our country, many of the women in our legislature can't read because our people are corrupt. And when we are corrupt, we elect corrupt leaders who will be corrupt in government to afford us the means to perpetuate corruption in the society. So it's a tit for tat. And that's what we're living in. Corrupt people elect corrupt leaders to perpetuate corruption within the society. That's why our country can't grow, our country can't develop, our country can't progress, and it will not advance because of that. Look at 200 years. We can't even leave Monrovia and go to Maryland County. I mean, what is that? 200 years. We can't travel throughout the country. Liberia is misled. We have been misled for 200 years because there is no way under this earth, on this earth or under the sun, that people will exist for 200 years and you can't pave 1,000 miles. Even 500 miles, you can't pave it. 700 miles, you can't pave it. What's wrong with y'all, man? Something wrong with us, man. Look at the pictures from Monrovia, Liberia right now. People go up to Nimba County and Lofa County in the southeast, not in the north, but in the southeast in Maryland and Grand Gide and all Sino, all the counties there, they're stuck in the mud. Still, from the time I was small, I'm 65 years old now. And this shit still happening. Still happening. Still happening. When will it end? So you mean I will live and die, and Liberians will never be able to go to southeastern part of Liberia without being stuck in the mud for days, without traveling and sleeping on the road for days, just 1,000 miles or less, or even more. You can't build roads from here to Maryland all my life. My people are weak. My people are failures. My people can't. You just shut up because you ain't walk the soil you eat, man. If you can't build road from Monrovia to Maryland in 200 years, and you got all the rogues and criminals leading our country, stealing our money, the jurors in the courts getting $6 Liberian dollar a day. What is $6 Liberian dollars a day? What? 2 cents, 3 cents? That's why no cases can be resolved. I listened to the morning to Wiki Brooks and what about him and Nathaniel VAR this morning on their cool FM show, talking about the level of corruption in our country, the level of incompetence, the level of failure in our society. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The corruption and stealing. Unbelievable. Colondo and Doe and their group just stealing. They just awarded Colondo $3 million. They came from another small bank, global bank. For what? That's what everybody talking about. All the stealing. They gave it, selected people cases come up like this. They got people in jail for 5, 6 years. Their cases have not come up yet. They're still sitting there waiting trial. But these other criminals ruling our country, all their cases come out like this, especially the cases with money, where they're getting money. They come out like this. But the poor Liberians in jail. It was on the news this morning. The Cool FM show. Common people in jail. 3, 4 years, their cases can't come up. They're still in jails. Justice Ministry being selective in the cases that they hear. Corruption. So the poor Liberian people linger in jail on bullshit. Linger in jail because they got money. They got nobody to go spread. These people will seek their interest. And this is the thing that led to the 1980 coup. This is worse. Because some of the things these guys doing, top of them didn't dare do it. We have been all over them. But these people getting away with it. Why? Is this a tribal thing? Is there a native thing in our country? That we put nativism over law and order and justice? We kill some people in our country and let some people just steal because they're native? Is this how it works? Is this how this shit works? Because it didn't work like that in my book. I ain't agreeing to it. I ain't tolerating it. Is this how it works? Is this how you want our country to be run on a country and native basis? You still a law and order? It can't work. People will feel. People will get hurt. It can't happen. Because we keep failing, and yet the other failure. Let's go to this group behind me. This other worthless group behind me. They hear what they got to say now. They're in court right now too. This is another example of failed leadership in my country. Let me put it, I think they were on Spoon TV debating the case that's in court right now between Liberty parties, two sessions. Liberty Party is split. One of the opposition parties, I mean, it just screwed up. The other guy just screwed up. The CPP has four parties: Unity Party, Liberty Party, all and Alternative National Congress, and what is the last one? All Liberian People's Party. These four parties, they can't agree. They split. They're fighting each other. Three of them fighting each other in one court. Okay, in the NEC, and they're appealing going to the Supreme Court from there. The other group got the other court in another court in the criminal C court fighting for forgery case against each other. Okay, then we have the other group, the same group, Liberty Party, in another court, forcing to keep their party alive. You see how our country mess up? How much screwed up can we be? CPP, the four parties, forcing among themselves. Three of them forcing together in one court. Okay? All four of them forcing together in another court for forgery case. Then you got Liberty Party forcing among themselves in one court too. Behind me. These two people behind me here. Musa Belete and Nyomdi Kanga in court now. Because they won't control their party. You see how Liberian people screwed up? We all screwed up. George, we are here part of the coalition. They're fighting too. There's first in that part of the coalition between Ellis Tyler and what her name, and Taylor, Jewel Howard Taylor, Howard Taylor, whatever it is. They're fussing too. But at least George Weah is in power, so he's keeping them intact. But this other group here fighting for power, they're so screwed up, they don't know what to fight no more. The fight is just all messed up. So here they are in court now because Nyomdi Kanga and Musa Belete are in court to determine who controls Liberty Party. So the debate was on Spoon TV because right now they still have 72 hours. It's not 72 hours yet. I think Tuesday will be 72 hours. We'll make the 7 because the case were on the case, if it were on Friday, 24, 48, 72 will be today or tomorrow, either today or tomorrow. I don't know. Don't quote me. Okay? So we're waiting for the action of the parties, the respondents, and the plaintiff, the petitioner, and the respondent to act. So the court gave them for the 72 hours to produce the document, whatever document they had to produce. Okay, so let's listen to it because the NEC is supposed to produce this document, or whatever supposed. The thing is so messed up. These people can't agree. They got a whole nation that depending on them for leadership and direction in the same mess they are. So let's join the confusion and see where the confusion will take us because this is a real game of confusion. So let's go to Unity Party thing and see where they will take us, where they're about to take us now. Yes. Okay, hold on, please. Let me get them in here. Buduburam. I got them. So let's bring them in and let them go through their spotted.
When you go to court and you're arguing before the judge and the judge make a ruling right there, it doesn't come down in a written form handily. It takes at least 24 hours for the minutes of the court to be transmitted. So this case was about prohibiting Musa from proceeding to that convention because the constitution he was depending on was altered. The Banga 2021 constitution, here are the two major things that was altered. That constitution said the political leader, in consultation with the executive committee, shall have the power to convene convention. In the same way, the political leader shall have the, in consultation with the executive committee, shall have the power to prescribe policies for the party. When they came, Musa Belete and Matipula changed the language around. Instead of political leader in consultation with the executive committee, they changed it around to executive committee in consultation with the political leader, which shifted the power away from the political leader to the executive committee. They went, they convened to them, and then they go and settle it. They went to Washington, they wrote an MOU, and this MOU said, all the time I was ability in and those presidents that will make correction will change the language around. When they submitted the MOU to the next year they don't care. They didn't care about Younglee's problem. So Younglee filed a prohibition on this convention on the basis that the constitution they are depending on was altered. And today, in the hearing, the Justice in Chamber asked Musa a few questions. Did you sign the MOU at Hamilton? Musa said yes. This MOU stated clearly that the constitution was altered. Yes. The two people changed it. He said they had to go back to convention to change it. So they said no. You've already signed a MOU that allows you, they withdraw the constitution to change it. Another thing, they asked next, what is the rule for submitting the report from a convention and a constitution? Next year, the rule is that the chair of the convention and the secretary. Who was the chair of the Banga convention? Younglee Kanga Lawrence. Who was the secretary? Jacob Smith. Were they the one who submitted the constitution and the report from the convention? No, it was Musa Belete and Martin Kula. Therefore, go back to them, we brought our constitution for right the alteration today and resubmit it. Once you've done that, we will hold you right here. We will hold you right here. We will hold you right here. What are you talking about? We will hold you right here. Let me say I want to bring Chip advantage. Make your point, Aaron. Make your point.
That's what Buster Bull said. This was an attempt to place an injunction on the planned usability convention to make himself stand alone. It was granted. The Supreme Court said you cannot have that convention. Go back to them with the 70 hours, correct it. Usability law. Lovely God. Why is it?
All right. Good question. Ben, why there to celebrate in the Liberty camp, Liberty Party camp?
Well, first of all,
you have your time.
No, not Liberty Party camp, the Liberty camp.
First of all, let me say this. First of all, let me say this. I think it's totally unfair that we're having this conversation with a bunch of people who was not in that room. Because what's happening here is everybody is giving their version of what they heard from someone else. But this is what we have to deal with, so let's deal with it. My first thing I want to say is, who who is the chairman? According, and I want to ask you again more this question. Going by all of what you guys have just said, who is considered the national chairman of the Liberty Party? Anyone that you can.
No, so
yeah,
who is considered was not what was at.
No, wait.
No. You're not cornering me. You're not giving me.
I know where my brother is going with that question.
I asked
Ben, please.
Man,
What's the individual name? Answer your question directly. Hold on, Ben.
Okay, so very straightforward. Number one, a petition for prohibition was filed. There was no writ of prohibition. A conference was called. During that conference, the Supreme Court justice asked both sides to provide information regarding the claims that were made in the petition and the counterclaims that were made in the response. Both sides presented. The Supreme Court justice specifically said all of these other issues you're talking about. The primary issue before me today is simple. The agreement, the Farmington MOU, in which both parties agreed to amend the Constitution to include the issues relating to the role of the political leader and the role of the chairman. What is going on with that? The lawyers for Yummy, Jacob, and Saga, for those are the petitioners named in the petition, they said that Musabilite and Martin Kola have refused to incorporate those agreements, those changes that were agreed to. The Supreme Court justice asked, why are you refusing to incorporate? Our response was, as a matter of fact, what they are saying is incorrect. Not only have those changes been incorporated, they were incorporated in December as a result of the Special National Convention that was held. The amended document is filed today. So the information they're giving here about the fact that the agreement was conforming to is untrue. The Supreme Court justice said, oh really? One side is telling me that the agreement has not been incorporated into the Constitution. And the other side is saying, no, that's not true. The agreement has been incorporated. Next, bring me the amended file law that is active within 7 months. On the issue of the Supreme Court justice put that out. She specifically said, when you go to a meeting or convention or whatever, the first thing that happens is that the convener and the secretary of the convention, they take roll. And the reason why they take roll is to ascertain quorum. So the fact that roll was taken, quorum was ascertained, the convention happened, representatives at the convention and delegates to the convention never made any issues out of it. You participated in the convention. You not only participated, you participated in the election. You lost the election. Why are you now coming back to now say there was no quorum? Why did you not say there was no quorum at the time that you were active in this convention? That's not an issue for me to hear. Take your problem and go back. On the issue of Three major issues. On the issue of, they brought another issue that said NEC is proceeding wrongly in this matter. As a matter of fact, the NEC rulings that have been issued are not binding because the rulings were not signed by the chair of the NEC, but rather were only signed by 5 commissioners. Their lawyer quoted a reference to law that says that the NEC ruling must be signed by the chairman or the chair of NEC, in this case, the chair lady. The Supreme Court Justice corrected that assertion and said that law that you are talking about has long since been reviewed. There is no law on the book that requires the chair of NEC to sign. It only requires 5 commissioners. Number one. Number two, when the chair of the commission acts of the co-chair acts. That is why the NEC has a co-chair. And therefore, the fact that the NEC commissioner, the chair was out of the country at the time of the ruling, the fact that the co-chair signed it, the NEC is not binding. So that is also another issue for you. NEC also said, listen, I don't know why these people are bringing us into this thing. The matter of your internal resolution mechanism is not our problem. We have told you this before and we will tell you it again. At NEC, our job is to regulate and is to verify information. You brought a complaint to us. You said the constitution are correct. We told you go back, use your internal resolution, come back and let us know where you decide. What you decide is in 2 matters. One, you decided to amend the constitution and you bring us back an amended constitution. 2, you decided to go to court. You did not reach a conclusion. You decided to go to court, and the court will make a decision as to the issue, and that is an unappealable decision. It has to be, which means all the way to the Supreme Court. In this case, the fact that you did internal investigation, you submitted report to NEC, and your investigated, the committee said this, NEC is not concerned about all that. That's not the next issue. Bring me an amended document that is amended by the body, which means at a convention, or bring me a court ruling that says the document that we have is not valid. Period.
Okay.
End of story.
Okay. So, Madam Powell, thank you very much. We're going to be very patient. Really gave you all of that chance to come in what you heard. We have sent Darrington on the link.
And by the way, I was physically present in the
in the Supreme Court doing it.
Not here.
Go ahead.
So let me come back
So that was the situation over the last week, with the Unity Liberty Party. I'm bringing both of these incidents, these 2 topics together because of the topics. Where are law and order in Liberia and the collaborating political party Saga? We know that one is interrelated with the courts. That's the same matter of law and order in our country. It's failing desperately. Boakai has been subpoenaed. He's going to testify. We don't know what he's going to testify about or against Alexander Cummings for what. So they're finally going to get him in court to testify. We're going to hear that. Now, Liberty Party, the 2 sessions, Musa Belete and Nomri Kanga's session, have been ordered by the court to stay the action until 72 hours when the court can get the original document of their agreement in the court. What was the original terms of the agreement? Because if you listen to Mo Ali, he's stating that one of the conflicts is who can have these meetings, who can call conference. Is it the standard bearer with the executive committee, or is it the chairman with the executive meeting? That's where the conflict is. Who can call these conventions? Okay, In Nomli Kanga's party agreement, they said Nomli, the standard bearer had to connect with the executive committee to do certain things. They said that was the aspect of the agreement that was altered by Musa Bility and his team. Instead of saying the standard bearer, they changed it and put the chairman, who is Musa Bility. So now the court has given the NEC 72 hours to produce the original document from the January 2021 convention held in one of the upcountry areas, Nimba County, I think, wherever it was. They held this convention in January of 2021. It was the original document. So the court wants that to see where the alteration came in this document. What was the status of that document? What did that document state? Okay, because that was supposed to be the original document from the convention with Nomli Kanga and all of them and Darius Taylor, all of them together when they made the decision. It was in that agreement that was supposed to be filed with the election commission. So whoever has that agreement, the court wants it in 72 hours to review it. So we can find out where this discrepancy came from with the latest document that is currently filed with Musa Ability being the chairman of the party. So the Liberty Party is saying that Nomli Kanga session and section of the Liberty Party is saying that at the January 2021 convention that they had in either Nimba or Lofa County, one of those counties, it was where they made the final decision of the agreement between the groups, when they made the changes and give it to Musa Ability to file or do something with it. I don't know what he had to do. So Musa Ability took it, and with his team, they altered it, and he filed it. Okay, and that is the document that is before the National Election Commission now that is being honored. So Nomli Kanga has filed a petition with the court saying, no, this is not the document that we agreed to. This document that is currently with the NEC was altered by Musa Ability, who was given the authority to file it. And he sat down and altered it. And there were certain things that did not occur or did occur, whatever happened. It's so confusion. So the court has to work through this thing and sort it out for us. Because it's so confusing for the common layman. Okay? So they want to play convention wherever they decided, wherever the altercation occurred, the court has to dig into that. And from the two statements you heard, the first one was from Mo Ali. Mo Ali is the Secretary General of the Unity Party. He is one of the parties of the collaborating political parties that's in confusion right now. His party is Joseph Boakai's party. And both of them are against Musa Ability's session. They're saying it's not the right one. It's a fraud. Musa Ability is fraud. He's corrupt. He's a crook. All of that. Okay? And they believe in that it is Nomli Kanga's party because she was a standard bearer at Inishu in the first place. She was a standard bearer. But they went to a convention and she and Darius Dillon sat down there. All the complaints they had about Musa Ability, they didn't bring it up. They sat down there and voted for Musa Ability on a white ballot and vote, which means unanimous vote for him to become chairman of the party. So when he became chairman, he turned against them. And now they are suspended now because they didn't pay their party dues. And the same man they elected suspended him. That's why they're taking him to court now to fight to get the party back. Because on the second tape, the lady who was speaking was Weah Power. She is in alignment with Musa Ability. So if you have heard the There's recording on Spoon TV over the weekend. You have heard that Weah Power and Mo Ali and Henry Casa kept insulting each other. They were Musa Belete. I mean, Mo Ali was calling Weah Power and what he called her, editor in chief. Some correct. Hold on a minute. He called her cosmetic editor in chief, and she called him liar in chief. So you know the relationship between these people is not so loving. So here we are, these people before us, they can't get the judges' ruling right. So the judge's ruling is not in writing yet because when the judge made the ruling, when this show came out, it was not enough time for the clerk of the court to have typed the judge's ruling up and put it out to the public. So at least they need 6 or 8 hours for them to do it at the end of the day, so it can come up for the next day in writing. So it had not been published in writing yet, but these people had heard the ruling because there were parties in the ruling to the case, and everybody is debating now what the judge really said. One group is saying that the judge said they should stop everything and bring the 2021 convention agreement to court so the judge can see what was wrong. The other group is saying the judge never said that. The judge said they should take it to the NEC or come together. Whatever it is, it's all mixed up. Then there was a caller who called into the show and said no, there was no discrepancy. The judge wanted to get together and solve their problems and work out all kind of things going on with this thing. So until the 72 hours is up, or until we can read the judge's ruling in writing, everything is in limbo right now with this case. Okay? So I haven't heard anything else on this case except with this issue. If there's another video, I didn't see it. If there's any news from Liberia on it right now, maybe Casa will come on after me and bring it up. But I have not seen it. Okay? So that's where we are with it right now. They still got 72 hours. I think that today or tomorrow, the judge supposed to get some result, whether it is the original document from January 21, 2021, or some explanation from the National Election Commission. So that's where we are on this case, and this is where I will stand. So, in conclusion on this topic, and the first topic, these are the two topics put together. I just joined all of them together. Where is law and order? Where are law and order? I keep saying where is. Correct me, please. I'm Liberian. We got trouble with all the vowels. Where are law and order in Liberia? That's a problem. That's an issue. And just from the common question, dealing with the day-to-day issue of justice and order in our country, the ritualistic killings, the murders, the corruption, the massive stealing, the ineptitude, the incompetence, all of these we're dealing with the daily issue. Then we got to come here and deal with the political issue on the other hand in the same court. And we got problems in our court. A lawyer came on, was talking about how jurors in Liberia are being paid $6 Liberian dollars a day. What is $6 Liberian dollars a day? What is $6 Liberian dollars a day? So people, the jurors can't do their job. They can be bribed. For $6 Liberian dollars a day, if you got a case going on for 1 week, 2 weeks, those people will be sequestered and they can't do nothing. And they'll be paid $6 Liberian dollars a day. What is $6 Liberian dollars? 10 cents? 12 cents? These are the problems we have in our country. You got lawmakers making $15,000 a month, and the other people in the society can't get nothing. Then we expect law and order to prevail in our society. The jurors can't get paid. Huh? We got serious problems in our country. with the distribution of wealth. Just that alone is unfair for people in our government to be taking home $15,000 and the masses of people suffering. That's in this inequitable distribution of wealth in our country. And this can lead to war and coup d'etat, and it would be damn right and good. Because on a no system can you find the leaders being paid such exorbitant amount of money and the whole system is dead. Everybody is not getting nothing. And we expect law and order to prevail in a country like that. It cannot prevail. It will not prevail. That's the law of nature. The law of nature. So I end my topic on this note. We'll wait and see what it just got to say. And the corruption, the injustices, the evil in Liberia persists. Unabated. Unabated. And every day we see these things, we're asking ourselves, why? 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 And the more we ask ourselves, the more they perpetuate the same crimes that got us where we are this very day. The time of the Liberian people is now. We're going to change our direction. We're going to change our leadership. We're going to change our vision of a great nation. We're going to change our destitute. We're going to change our destiny. It is in the hands of the Liberian people. The time of the Liberian people is now. Aluta. Continua. My class is done on these two topics. Okay, let me move into my final topic. My hour is almost done. My final topic. My people in the Buduburam camp. Let me take a break. Sip on my coffee because this is a new era. I'll be back. Well, I just want to say I'm so proud of my people, the Liberian community on the Buduburam refugee camp in Ghana. I'm so proud of them. In just 3 months, we have put this school together. Our children have come to classes. We have 2 classes right now, 30 students, and more coming. And this is just a baking class. Now we have the computer school, literary class, and a sewing class to do. And we need your support. We've written so many letters out asking for support. If you forgot, if you got my letter sitting now, please take a minute and send some money to me. Let me have these people. You see what we've been doing so far. God has blessed us. In just 3 months, we got this baking school up and running. And teachers are coming, they want to teach. They want to teach. You will see one of our teachers, how she talk about the school, and how she live on the camp, and how she wants to be a part of this project, and how God will bless it to go forward. Because this is in the best interest of people. Changing the lives of people, making their lives better. It's a self-help project. No government money, no government interest inside. Just people helping people. The idea always been with me. That's why I wonder why Ellen Johnson Sally failed the Liberian people. Because with all degree and knowledge and planning to lead Liberia, this should have been the vocational and home economics should have been one of her biggest plans for uplifting Liberian women. Because all our women can't go to school. All our women don't want to go to school. But all our women want to make a living. And what is the best way to give common people an opportunity to live than to give them an opportunity to be self-sufficient? They can't go work for no government. They find a little money to buy the flour, sugar, then they make their bread and sell it. They can make their candy and sell it. They can make their soap and sell it. All these things will come here to teach our people. Because those are means to having an independent life. We are depending on the government or other people. Just finding the means to buy your ingredients and make your bread and make your cake and make your flour and make your soap and sell it and find a means of living. And that's the kind of empowerment I'm bringing to my people on the Buduburam camp. And I'm asking you to join me because this is not a single man's effort. This is a community effort. I'm just spearheading the dream and asking you, telling you we can do it. Help me. Help us. Join me. Let's do it. We can do it. The credit is for all of us. I cannot take the credit alone. I'm just spearheading this mission. But I need you to join me. And let's change our people's lives wherever they live. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. When you dream it, it can happen. And I've dreamed it. And it's happening. So join me. Let's do it together. But in the meantime, let me show you the video I did over the weekend. It took me so much heartache to do this video. It took me 2 days because it looked like forces were working against me. They didn't want me to publish this video. Every time I published it, there was something wrong. I took it off. When I published the wrong video. I mean, I couldn't understand what was going on. Then I go to publish it. I couldn't publish on none of my sites on Saturday. I wanted to publish it on Saturday. I did it on Saturday. None of the sites I own were accepting my download. None of them. Something was wrong. I got so frustrated and tired. I told my wife, I said, the forces against me on this one. Let me just stop it. Then I woke up the next morning. I had a new vision. And that's how I did it this week. And finally, I was able to come on after putting it on and taking it off because of errors 2 or 3, 4 times before it finally got on. So it was a struggle to put this video on. And I just want you all to know that. I want you all to know that because what I'm doing is blessed. And people could have done this for our nation, but they put themselves before our people. Ellen Johnson could have done this. Ellen Johnson Salif could have done this. But she wasn't thinking about this. She wasn't thinking about this for our poor people. She was thinking on the educated Liberian women, on our indigenous Liberian women. And this is where she failed Liberian women. And I'm not hesitant to let her know that. Okay? So let's watch my video where Ellen Johnson said she had done for Liberian women. I've taken that initiative to show her where she failed. So let's go into this video and let's see what Ellen Johnson said she had done for our people and how she failed our women. Okay? Let me make sure it's on. Yes.
I also own a camp. I live on a camp. My people because of my children's school. So we are all one family. And thanks to you all who continue to help the students. May the Lord continue to bless you and bless your family and bless the work of your hand. That everything you do, God name will be glorified. And we are grateful for what people are doing. Thank you.
You. So smarter than a fire. Everybody think big. Wake up when they sleep, when they dream big. Everybody won't blow. Yeah, the way they're talking about being rich. Then I know that one step. Hard work, small, get there. Me, I tell you real talk. How you say you're running when you can't walk. Nothing is bigger than you. Just say you know the truth. If you not see it today, tomorrow will come for you. Sometimes the road will be bad. You'll understand the right when it comes back to you. If God only you by your side. Only you by your side. Only you by your side. When you falling, you know that you not wanna be sorry. Like you not gonna part two. You my girl. When you falling, you know what to do. You shouldn't be struggling. Like you not gonna part two. It's life, oh life. You not get no part two. I not get no part two. Me oh you for true. Everybody want stage. Everybody wanna be on front page. Everybody aim higher. Just sing all the people who are complaining. That brother where you see there, the sister where you see there won't stay. Me, I get my story before they also show feel. Yeah. Nothing is bigger than you. Yourself, you know the truth. If you not find it today, tomorrow will be for you. Sometimes the road will be bad. You always learn on your right. When it comes back to you, you got only you in this life. Only you in this life. Only you in this life. When you falling, if you know that you not wanna be sorry, that you not gonna part two. You my girl. When you falling, you know what to do. You shouldn't be struggling. That you not gonna part two. It's life, oh life. You not get no part two. I not get no part two. Me oh you for true. Maybe if we do this, maybe we could make it to a new place. Maybe we could look far, just maybe we can go far. Even if we cross it, small, we will get there. Even if we go wrong, maybe we can write it, then we roll on. Nothing is bigger than you. Yourself, you know the truth. You not get it today. Tomorrow will come for you. Sometimes the road will be bad. You'll understand you're right. When it comes back to you, just get up and hold your light. You won't hold your light. You won't hold your light. When you falling, if you know that you not wanna be sorry, that you not gonna part two. You my girl. You need to shine your light. Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anybody tear you down. No, you deserve better. You know you deserve better. You not get nobody to you for you. Certified music. Yeah, I'm gonna move again. Right now, I'm gonna get for a win. putting it on for the hillside. Liberian boy going in. Don't check me because I'm crooner. I'm hustling for my woman. Just open your ear and listen. I hotter than Arizona. I shining like California. My love is for who will love me. This world can be so ugly. But we stand tall, all for one and one for all. And now I will call you when it is time to ball. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise you. I promise, I promise you. I promise, I promise you. Hey there, pretty people, hope you having a good day. Never let the negativity ever get in your way. Who's that? Looking in the mirror, you're beautiful. Jersey girl, but I did the road so I can grow. It's Tiale, I met the boys for Larry. No fighting in the party. Man, I'm not here to marry. Hey, no party, just let it fly. We dancing to not to let the DJ that superstar. Refusing to let us rest. Hey, no party, just let it fly. We dancing to not to let the DJ that superstar. Refusing to let us rest. It's Yale. Hey girl, hey boy, hey girl, hey boy, hey boy, hey we dancing to not to let the DJ that superstar refusing to let us rest. Don't check me because I'm crooner. I'm hustling for my woman. Just open your ear and listen. I hotter than Arizona. Ain't the really swag up. Hey, certified with the cash up. Oh boy, talking about who did what. So what? So what? Ain't the really swag up. Hey, certified with the cash up. Oh boy, talking about who did what. So what? 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 Hey, 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 certified music. It's jelly. She said she don't want no one living bad. She need a man to come and stay. A real good man, a real good man, a real good man.
Yo, what? Yeah, where's your natural daddy?
I'm not sure I get for daddy today. Tell God thank you for us to reach this day. And now our team will come to so we will pray for now. Tell God thank you for daddy. Daddy will pray for you every day and then we'll pray for our mama.
Yeah, what's the name on her? Yeah.
My message is we are grateful for.
We
are grateful for this opportunity to be able to learn.
Okay.
Yes. So I want to say thank you for all that you are doing.
Yeah, what's the name? Yeah. Again, anything you say to our father? Our daddy?
I just want to thank you for the great opportunity. May God bless you. And thank you.
Okay, Mama, what's your name?
I'm Grace Scott. I want to be grateful to him for helping us and give us this opportunity to be able to bless others.
Thank you. Your name, Mom?
I'm just going to say that he thank you for giving me the opportunity to come. So I just want to say thank you.
Okay. I want all to go there. I want to say, beat them with daddy in group. Yeah, I know. What's the name?
Thank you for the opportunity. Then if I thank you for the great opportunity that he has given us. Bless God Tell God, thank you for him. And he get more, give him more idea. God give him more prosperity. God give him blessing.
Okay. You guys see one of the students on the Evelyn Clay. Say, God bless you, Chief John. Okay. Your name?
My name is Comfort Sham. I want to tell God, thank you for the papa.
Pick yourself for long.
My name is Comfort Sham. I tell God, thank you for the papa. What he's doing for all the family and life. God blessing me and family, gain more joy and more money in Jesus' name.
Amen. What's your name?
My name is Buduburam. I tell Papa, thank you. I tell God, thank you for him. For you to join the great opportunity, a blessing in family, and in the name.
Okay.
My name is Latina Guyon.
Thank
you, God. Thank for it. Thank you. I've prayed to go to school. Thank you for bringing us back to school. See how long I prepare not to go there. And I will make you proud. God will learn my best.
What's your name, madam?
My name is Naomi Digo. I'm so happy this morning to be here today. And I appreciate it. I appreciate what all you have done for us. I'm so glad to be in this because since at the end of the time, I'm not got the opportunity to go in. I'm seeing it today. So I feel excited for you to just bring the opportunity to come forward with you in school this morning. If in school, I've been wishing to go to it. If there's no money, and you just can't say my friend, I will help you. So I'm so happy and thankful for you. That God bless you and give you more wisdom and knowledge and more improvement for the money to come every day so that we'll be able to continue our
Thank you. Thank you. All right. All the students in here are doing by 5 students per time because the class is small. But and you get there, only thing you have to say, Papa, you say, thank you. We'll start.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy our show for today. That's all we have. I'm out. It's over 1 hour. The longest show I ever had. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. The Total Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson is out. Thank you.